soup is perhaps the most nostalgic soup for me, and I'm sure for many others. Sure, maybe it was just this congealed blob of tomato substance that, when mixed with water, just touched my soul on a deep cellular level. Or maybe it was just because I always ate it with an ooey gooey grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know. So today we are going to level up good old Campbell's tomato soup and give it a healthy, delicious upgrade. Plus, a little later on in the video, I'm gonna show you my favorite grilled cheese sandwich. So funny enough, most of the ingredients that are here on my sheet pan are pretty much just gonna stay put. I don't really have to do anything to them. Like tomatoes, we're gonna leave these whole, okay? We've got a bunch of Roma tomatoes. We're gonna be using 12 of them, plus a few beautiful red bell peppers, which we're just going to de-seed and slice them into quarters. We've got a lovely little onion that we're just going to remove the skin on and also chop into quarters. And here's a kicker. We're using not one, not two, but 3 whole heads of garlic. I will explain in a moment. Plus, we're gonna add another variety of tomatoes to the mix by using some cherry or grape tomatoes. These are gonna add acidity and kind of a bit of tartness, whereas the Roma tomatoes are a little bit more mild. Later on, we're gonna add in some fresh basil. And then for a high protein twist that you didn't see coming, we're gonna be adding in some butter beans a little bit later on, plus some nutritional yeast and salt and pepper. Now, back to the whole nonsense I was talking about with the 3 heads of garlic. I'm not kidding around. Now, 3 heads of garlic in really any other recipe would be absolutely overkill. But when you roast garlic, it really totally mellows it out. It loses its sharp, harsh, kind of pungent sting, burn, if you will. It becomes less spicy in a way, and it just becomes sweet and soft and mellow and savory and so flavorful. So that's why it's okay to use anywhere from 2 to 4 heads of garlic. If you're a little bit on the cautious side, you can go ahead and start with 2 heads of garlic. If you love this recipe and want to make it again, try 3, heck, try 4. I dare you. So all you have to do to prep your garlic is cut off kind of the top part of the head, like so. Just so that all of the cloves of garlic are, for the most part, exposed. But don't throw out the little small bits that remain here. If you have a minute or two to just kind of fish them out, remove them from the skins, do that, because we don't want to waste, you know, that much garlic. And repeat. Woohoo! Smell that garlic. See what I'm talking about? See all these little beautiful bits of garlic that you don't want to waste? Now, I get it. It's going to be a little time consuming to go through and like peel all the skin off. So what you can do is just simply bash them like this, and this loosens the skin off of them in a jiffy. So you can just kind of go through one by one and the skin will peel off pretty much no problem. See? Da. Boop. Little garlic hack for you. Now the last step before we toss these veggies in the oven is just to give them a quick little drizzle of olive oil. About 2 tablespoons is really all you need. Here we go. I've got a healthy pinch or 2 of salt and pepper that we're just going to sprinkle over everything. And now we're just going to very carefully, well, I may have over sprinkled my garlic. We're just going to give everything a quick little massage to get all that oil and the salt and pepper kind of coating each of the vegetables. You can kind of pick them up, grab them, give them a tender caress, a gentle massage. This is just to help them brown, help them caramelize, bring out all the good flavor. And if there's not any oil, like if your oil kind of skipped over the garlic, just kind of rub it in the garlic that's maybe on the pan, or just add a little extra, because we really want to get the oil on the garlic so it'll help it brown and caramelize even better. Oh my God, did I match my outfit to my recipe today? I'll never tell. Now, all that's left to do is pop her in the oven on the middle rack. We're gonna roast these bad girls up for about 40 to 45 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit, just until everything is softened, a little bit browned, caramelized. We don't want things to be burnt, just softened, you know? Fork tender. Bye-bye. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video below. It would really mean a lot to me if you joined my little Steamy vegan community. It's real fun here, and I got a lot of great recipes hitting the channel all the time, so thanks for joining the community, and I love you. Let's move on. With those veggies roasting away in the oven, that gives me a moment to yap about today's sponsor, Noise Outerwear. Now, Janelle, what in tarnation does tomato soup have to do with outerwear? That is a great question. What they do both have in common is coziness. Now, while tomato soup will keep you warm and fuzzy on the inside, my vegan fur coat from Noise is gonna keep me warm and fuzzy on the outside. Literally. Do you see this? Noise Outerwear is a completely vegan and PETA approved outerwear company that creates some of the most beautiful jackets I honestly have ever laid eyes on. Especially this one that I'm wearing. This one's called Savannah. It is luxurious, to say the least. I literally feel like I'm wearing a fuzzy blanket. Y'all, seriously, if you are in the market this fall or winter for a new winter coat, I cannot recommend Noise enough. Their online catalog of coats is lengthy, to say the least, and everything is so beautifully made, so high quality, and they're made to keep you warm, even in the most great white northern of temperatures. Noise has generously given me a discount code to share with you guys to get 10% off any purchase on their website. The link is below. Make sure you guys check them out. Treat yourself to something that will make you not only warm and fuzzy on the inside, but the outside too. Don't you just want to hug me? Now, let us continue on with finishing up our tomato soup. Just not while wearing the coat. I mean, tomato soup and vegan fur coats are both wonderful on their own, just not together. Okay, so while the vegetables finish roasting away, I'm gonna show you my favorite grilled cheese. Don't worry, it won't take long. It is my basil balsamic grilled cheese. Oh yeah, can you even imagine? What I like to do is I like to butter one side each of the bread. And then I pan fry the buttered sides of the bread just like you would in a grilled cheese first to get a crispy, crunchy, toasted layer. Now that layer is actually gonna go on the inside of the sandwich because you wanna have crisp all the way through each layer of the sandwich. Trust me, it makes a difference. Once the bread's nice and toasted, I like to add a little layer of Dijon. In my case, I've got horseradish Dijon, which is chef's kiss. Add a layer of that on one side, or both if you want, of the toasted sides of the bread, followed by a few thin slices of extra firm tofu, just to give it a little extra boost of protein, because you know me, I always like to throw in a little extra protein or tofu wherever I can. Give the tofu a little brush with some balsamic glaze. I love using this stuff. I get it at Costco. It's nona pias. It's basically a balsamic reduction, and it is tangy, sweet. It has so much flavor. In fact, you can drizzle some of this on your soup when it's done. It's just incredible on so many things. And then we're gonna take some fresh basil leaves, really however much you want, a good handful. I'm gonna thinly slice them and then dress them right on top of the tofu. Add a couple slices of vegan cheese. I'm using this stuff from Daya. It's a pepper jack. I've never actually tried it, but it smells divine. Close up your sandwich. Butter the exterior sides of the bread. Pop it in your air fryer. Yep, you're gonna put some parchment down on an air fryer basket, slap that sandwich onto the parchment, and you're gonna air fry it for about 8 minutes at 380. Flip the sandwich halfway until the bread is toasted, it's golden, and the cheese is melted. Oh yeah, it's literally that simple. Until it looks something like this. Ooey, gooey, cheesy, deliciousness, crispy, crunchy bread. Okay, with the veggies nice and roasty toasty, we're gonna move on to the actual blending of the soup, which pretty much gives it away. Yeah, we're blending it all up. So grab your soup pot, and you're just going to carefully, with a spatula or some tongs, just transfer all of the cooked veggies to the pot. Leave the garlic for last, because I'm gonna show you how to handle it. But oh my goodness, can you see all these veggies? They're just so beautifully roasted. The skins will start to kind of peel and char a bit in spots. Oh, mercy. And then if your garlic is cool enough to handle, which mine is now because it's been sitting for a few minutes, we're just going to squeeze out that garlic just by, well, literally squeezing. And if you have any remaining juices in your pan, which you inevitably will, you can dump them in. That's extra flavor right there. Excellent. Now that we've got the goods in the pot, we're just gonna add in our remaining very easy ingredients. Like I mentioned before, we're gonna add in a can of butter beans. Now this is so not typical of a tomato soup, but adding any kind of beans or protein really will add a little bit of extra body, a little bit of oomph to make this soup, you know, a little bit more filling, a little more satisfying, and you get a little extra fiber in there. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, just for some extra protein, B vitamins, flavor, savoriness. A good healthy handful of basil. This is some fresh basil that I grew myself because, you know, tomato and basil is so many chef's kisses. And then we're gonna add in some vegetable broth. I've got 2 to start. I may need to add 1 to maybe even 2 more cups, really depending on how the consistency turns out once I start blending. Now I can pretty much tell just by looking at this that I'm gonna want more broth, so I'm just gonna add in another cup of water and we'll go from there. So let's take this party over to the stove. Yoink. So now with the pot on the stove, I've got it heating up over about medium-high heat. We're gonna basically just blend it with an immersion blender. Now this is just gonna take probably 1 to 2 minutes. Alternatively, you can absolutely do this in an actual blender. Just ladle all of the vegetables into the blender with the broth and all the other ingredients and blend it on high speed until it's the consistency you like. And there, as promised, is a very smooth, creamy, dreamy soup. Now all you gotta do is heat through the soup about maybe 5 to 8 minutes. Let it get steaming hot and sort of deepen in color slightly until it looks something like this. It has definitely deepened in color after just heating up for about 10-12 minutes or so. It's got that authentic orangey red tomato soup color. Before it was a little bit pale in the pot, but just heating it through and cooking it down really makes the color so much richer. The ultimate. The frickin' ultimate. This is the GOAT. Greatest of all time. No, greatest of all tomato soups. I mean, it wouldn't be grilled cheese and tomato soup if you didn't dunk your grilled cheese in the tomato soup. It's basically law. Delicious, delicious law. As always, the recipe for my tomato soup is below in the video description. Don't forget to check it out. And while you're at it, subscribe. Make sure you like this video. I love you so much. If I could hug you, I would. Garlic is a girl's best friend.